welcome to the Daily Dragonfly. And I remember yesterday we got all this yummy color on here. And what I want to do today is just follow up by making the water a little more interesting. So what I've done is just put a little of that, a dark blue with a lot of water onto my brush here. And I'm just going to kind of gently drag it over and add some more interest into this water. And by doing that, I push that stem back. I'm going to grab a little of this more opaque blue, kind of pull that in as well. I'm going to add a little more darkness right underneath that lily pad, because that would be more of a shaded area, right? So we're going to go ahead, and as I paint that blue, it kind of pushes that lily pad stem back, adding that natural shadow underneath there. Okay, I'm going to kind of add a little more there. And now you can see a real differentiation between the water and the sky that we lightened yesterday. And she's really starting to pop off here, so I'm really loving that. That's really cool. All right. I love learning and just playing at the canvas. And this has been so much fun to paint this and paint over an existing painting, kind of add to it, paint over it, change it, and let it morph into what you want, right? I don't throw canvases away. I do paint over a lot of them. And, you know, that's very common. A lot of the great artists, you know, like the museums have a lot of fun finding all these hidden treasures of all these, you know, different photos and different, paintings of the great masters. They've painted over and over the canvas, right? And that is really how you learn. So look at that, just by adding that little bit of color. There we go. That's really made that pop. And I'm loving that right now. I want to live with that for a while. I don't want to change that. I don't want to mess with it anymore. I just want to I'm going to sit it up in my studio and really just let it rest. And as I walk in and look at it, if I see something I want to change, I'll think about it, maybe write a few notes in my journal. I always keep a journal of my paintings. Great way to do that is if you have a journal and it's all written word, you don't want to sketch, just take a photo of it, right? Print it out, plaster it in your journal, and talk about what you learned, what you didn't like, what you loved. That's the most important thing, right? I'm loving this right here. I'm loving that difference between that shade and that shade. I love how this is now really popping. I love how that little light blue just really kind of brought that little dragonfly to light there and just really gave it, you know, some life and some energy. It's all that beautiful energy you're putting into the canvas. And so as I let this rest and as I let it sit, I may come back to it. Like your definition of done is when you're done playing with it. And sometimes I'll go back weeks, even months after I think I've completed something, right? Quote unquotes. And then I'll decide, you know what? I think it needs this. And I'll just keep painting on it. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. I know that was a real quick kind of addition, but I think that's fun to show you too, is just by adding that blue along the bottom, I've created a real hierarchy of information and color where the light comes forward, the blue recedes, and these fun colors just really enhance each other. So I hope you have a fabulous day. This has been a nice little short for the Daily Dragonfly, and I will see you at the canvas. Bye!